Hej, mit navn det er Stig Ulrichsen, og velkommen her til Randers, hvor jeg læste ned i museet og satte mig ved det piano, hvor der kommer en dame og skal til at spille om et øjeblik. Damen er ikke frøken hvem som helst eller fru hvem som helst. Hun er lillesøster til pianospillernes konge, Gail Lewis. Ved det her klaver kommer hun til at sidde og spille en masse gode rock and roll sange fra sydstaterne i USA. Hun kommer til at spille nogle af de sange, som Elvis også har været kendt for, og i særdeleshed også hendes bror har været kendt for. Og indimellem da vil hun fortælle en masse rigtig sjove anekdoter omkring hendes tid, hvor hun blandt andet mødte Elvis, men også i det hele taget, hvad det vil sige at være lillesøster til en kendt sanger som Gail Lewis, der sørgede for, at deres liv med et slag ændrede sig. Så mine damer og herrer, følg med i dette program og de kommende programmer, hvor Gail Lewis' lillesøster, Linda Gail Lewis, vil give den hele armen på det her klaver. Når Linda sådan kommer til Randers, har du så nogle specielle ønsker, hun skal spille og synge, eller er det hende, der bestemmer det 100% selv?
Ja, det er stort set Linda selv, der bestemmer de her sange, for det kan hun nemlig sagtens selv finde ud af. Men den her gang har jeg haft nogle ønsker om, at hun ville synge nogle sange fra den her berømte session, som hendes bror også var en del af, $1 Million Quartet Session. Altså den session, hvor Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Gail Lewis og Johnny Cash, de sad på Sun Studio i Memphis og jammede sammen. Og det vil hun fortælle lidt om i aften, og det glæder jeg mig rigtig meget til.
Og for at folk ligesom skal have placeret Linda Gail Lewis, så ved vi jo alle sammen, det har du sagt før, hun er lillesøster til Gail Lewis, pianokongen, ikke?
Yes.
Men hun har jo spillet sammen med nogle ret prominente herrer. Jeg ved ikke, om du kan huske alle de herrer, hun har spillet sammen med, men Van Morrison er jo en af dem i hvert fald, ikke?
Det er jo en klassiker, altså kan man sige, men hun har jo stort set sunget med alle, du kan komme i tanke om. Hun har et gudsbenådet talent som artist. Jeg har set hende rigtig mange gange, ikke alene bare de gange, hun har været her i Randers selvfølgelig, men også rundt omkring i Europa, og hun er rockmusikkens kvindelige rejsemontør, plejer jeg at kalde hende. Hun er hende, som spiller store og små steder, men altid står for garant for det samme hver eneste gang, nemlig rock and roll.
Tak for det, Henrik, og lad os så høre Linda Gail Lewis i en koncert på Graceland Randers.
Well, my hands are shaking and my knees are weak. I can't even stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, but I'm feeling fine. When I'm with that man that I love best, my heart beats so it scares me to death. Will he touch my hand? What a chill I got. His lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say he's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up, yeah, 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 yeah. Like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know my tongue gets tied if I try to speak. My insides are shaking like a leaf on the tree. There's only one cure for the soul of mine, to have that man I love so fine. He touched my hand with a chill I got. His lips so like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say he's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up.
Was it because of your brother's success in the music and his career that you start getting interest for rock and roll music also?
You know, I always loved it. And we didn't think so much about genre at our house. We played and sang gospel music and country music, and Jerry did a little bit of blues music, and you know, and of course he developed this thing with the piano and the rock and roll that's so different from what anybody else had done at that time, or it's still different, really. There's a lot of people that try to copy and do exactly what he did, but it was so special and so unique. And I was just standing right beside the piano many times, you know, listening to him play and sing. So I always loved it. I loved it, and the only thing I ever wanted to do was be on the road with my brother. And when I was 14 years old, he took me.
Is it your brother who have learned you how to play the piano, or?
Well, you know, one time we was in Germany, and we was doing a show in this place that had a bunch of pianos backstage, because I think they were having like concerts, you know, classical music. So they had these pianos in every dressing room. It was incredible. I said, well, and this was in the 70s. I said, Jerry, show me some of these things on the piano. He said, well, I'll show you, but you won't be able to do most of them, but I'll show them to you. And then he said, but don't ask me to show you again. I'm just going to show you one time. And I was so blessed, because when my sister-in-law, my brother's ex-wife, kicked me out of my brother's show in 1987, I started to play the piano, and I was, thank God, able to remember the things that he showed me in Germany in that dressing room. And that helped me so much.
You know, I was at one time married to an Elvis impersonator, and he said to me one day, he said, you know, I look just like Elvis did. And I said, no, honey, I'm sorry. You are a good-looking man, but nobody has ever looked like that. You do not look like Elvis. Well, it was downhill from there. Just went right on downhill. Well, we've got a new gospel CD out now, and I'd like to do just a couple of songs from it, if I may. And this is, I think I'll do the one that we both know. And then later on, we'll do the one that neither one of us knows. Up above my head, there's music in the air. Up above my head, there's music in the air. Up above my head, there's music in the air. And I really do believe there's joy somewhere. Up above my head, they're singing everywhere. Up above my head, they're singing everywhere. Up above my head, they're singing everywhere. And I really do believe there's joy somewhere. Morten? Above my head, there's music in the air. Up above my head, there's music in the air. Up above my head, there's music in the air. And I really do believe there's joy somewhere. Up above my head, there's music in the air. Up above my head, there's music in the air. Up above my head, there's music in the air. And I really do believe there's joy somewhere. And I really do believe there's joy somewhere. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We always look forward to going to the Assembly of God Church because the music was always so good there. Oh, they tell me of a home far beyond the skies. Oh, they tell me of a home far away. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Where no storm tell me of a place where my friends have gone. Oh, they tell me of that land far away, where the tree of life in eternal bloom sheds its fragrance through the unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, they tell me that he smiles on his children there, and his smiles drive their sorrows away. And they tell me that no tears ever come again in that lovely land of unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home far beyond the skies. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And a lot of y'all bought our CD when we was here last time. So I'll do one song from that CD. I was so depressed when I wrote this. It's one entitled Dark and Lonely Road. And I'm kind of feeling like I'm on a dark and lonely road now because I keep looking at that chair back there and I don't see my little baby Annie in it. But she's gone away to do some things on her own. She'll probably be back with me if Henrik invites us back. Next year, she'll be back with me, I'm sure, because she loves to come here. She really loves it here. It's a dark and lonely road. It's a dark and lonely place to go. I must leave broken-hearted from the only love I know. It's a dark and lonely road. It's a dark and lonely place to be. As I look ahead, all I can see is a long black road heading onward endlessly. It's a dark and lonely place to be. If I leave, I find there is no good place for me to go. Leaving you behind, there is no peace of mind for me, I know. Now I'm looking back through my tears. I remember all those happy years. Deep in my soul, a memory appears. Now I'm looking back through my tears. As I leave, I find there is no good place peace of mind for me, I know. Now I'm looking back through my tears. I remember all those happy years. Deep in my soul, a memory appears. Now I'm looking back through my tears. It's a dark and lonely road. It's a dark and lonely place to go. I must leave broken-hearted from the only love I know. It's a dark and lonely road. It's a dark and lonely road. It's a dark and lonely road.
But you have been playing with a lot of big names through the years. Is there one of them you would tell us a little bit about how it was to play with?
I had a great time with Shakin' Stevens. We had the most fun because, you know, he's a rock and roll guy. And I just love rock and roll music. And the Van Morrison project, though, was probably the best thing for me because I had to learn a whole different style of music on piano. And it made me a much better piano player. At the end of that year that I was with him, I was 10 times better than I was before we started it. So I'm really so happy that I did that project with Van. It was wonderful. We did the album, of course, the You Win Again album. I love that album.
And you also made a lot of solo albums yourself.
Oh, I have, yeah. Yeah, pretty soon they're going to give me a gold record for 1 million releases.
But you've been doing a lot of different kind of music, country, rock and roll, gospel. Is there some music style that's closer to your heart than others?
Well, what's closest to my heart is our gospel music. And that's not just because I have a new gospel CD now. It's really always been my favorite. But you know, I enjoy rock and roll so much because it's fun. It lifts your spirits. You can have a good time, you know, when you're listening to rock and roll music. If you're a little bit down or sad and you do like a really, or listen to like a really sad country song, you might get even more sad. So I would say that if somebody said to me, well, you can only do one kind of music, well, I could choose Southern gospel and rock and roll because Southern gospel rocks just like rock and roll. But I do love country music and I do love blues music as well. I've written 2 blues songs.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And I'd like to also feature Morten a lot on this next song because we have done it together so many times. And the guitar on this is just always outstanding when Morten is playing it. In fact, I really can only do this kind of gig here with Morten. I normally play and I have a band with me. And you know, when you have a lot of people playing in the band, if you make a mistake or something, you can blame it on one of them. I like to always look at somebody else, like I did nothing wrong. But it's just me and Morten here now, so we're kind of like, if we make a mistake, everybody can hear it. So I don't do this a lot, but you know, this is a special place for me, and I love Hendrik. He's a good friend. And y'all are special to me. I've seen a lot of you here before, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate y'all coming out here every time I'm here. It's really good to see all of you. And Morten, get ready to pick that guitar. Because we're getting ready to shake, rattle, and roll. Get out of that bed and wash your face and hands. Get out of that bed and wash your face and hands. Get in that kitchen, make some noise with the pots and pans. I believe to my soul you're the devil and I know. I believe to my soul you're the devil and now I know. The harder I work, the faster my money goes. I said shake, rattle and roll, everybody shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Well, you won't do nothing to save your doggone soul. Oh, Morten. You're like a one-eyed cat peeping in a seafood store. I can look at you and tell you ain't no fool no more. I said shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Well, you won't do nothing to save your doggone soul. One more time, Morten. I believed in my soul you're the devil, and now I know. I believed in my soul you're the devil, and now I know. The harder I work, the faster my mother humping money goes. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Well, you won't do nothing to save your doggone soul. I said shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and roll. 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 You won't do right to save your doggone soul. Shake, rattle, and roll. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do one more song before we take a little break. And I love this song, and I hope you'll enjoy it too. The chimes of time ring out the news. Another day is through. Someone slipped and fell. Was that someone you? You may have longed for added strength, your courage to renew. Do not be disheartened, for I bring news for you. It is no secret what God can do. What He's done for others, He'll do for you. With arms wide open, He'll pardon you. It is no secret what God can do. There is no night, for in His light you'll never be alone. Always feel at home wherever you may roam. There is no power can conquer you while God is on your side. Take Him at His promise. Don't run away and hide. It is what he's done for others, he'll do for you. With arms wide open, he'll pardon you. It is no secret what God can do. When I think about you, feel your hand in mine, I can still remember another place and time. When I think about you, all the love you gave, I still see you smiling in the memories we made. Pretty little pictures, always there to see. Pretty little treasures, happiness you gave to me. Locked away forever, buried in my mind. Pretty little pictures, always there for me to find. When I think about you, night turns into day. I can still remember all the sweet things you would say. Then I think about how you kept my fears at bay. You made me feel better, you could always find a way. Pretty little pictures, always there to see. Pretty little pictures, happiness you gave to me. Locked away forever, buried in my mind. Pretty little pictures, always there for me to find. Morten? When I feel downhearted knowing I am left behind, I see only darkness, the sun no longer shines. Then I think about all the love you gave to me, and you made me feel better, pretty pictures I could see. Pretty little pictures, always there to see. Pretty little treasures, happiness you gave to me. Locked away forever, buried in my mind. Pretty little pictures, always there for me to find. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Wherever you go, wherever you may wander in your life, surely you know I'll always want to be there, holding your hand and standing by to catch you if you fall, seeing you through in everything you